My name is Kelly Burt, and I graduated from KU in 2016. I double majored in journalism and political science. So my role now as manager of individual giving at the Kauffman Center for the Performing Arts, I oversee our 3 individual giving programs. So we have Spotlight, Spotlight Premier, and Trailblazers. So in total, those membership groups, we have about 1,000 members. Each of those groups have different tiers with levels of benefits. So I manage those benefits for all of our members, and then some of those benefits include 2 yearly members-only concerts, exclusive dinners and events, and then ticket access. So I get to plan beautiful, exciting events in the building and invite people into our wonderful spaces. We have 2 performance halls and then Brand Meyer Great Hall. And so, along with that, I am always trying to find new members and grow our existing members into long-term donors. So a day in the life in my role, it truly does vary, and I'm sure everyone says that. It starts with getting into the office and catching up on emails, seeing if any members have emailed me, if they have any needs for upcoming shows, and then if we are in event mode, so if we're planning one of the members' concerts or if we're planning one of the dinners or back of house tours, it's kind of just going through the checklist of invitations that need to be sent out, or head counts for RSVPs, or choosing an artist for some of these concerts. So it really varies day to day. And then I work on a team of about 6 people. So we have team meetings, or it's connecting on members or prospecting, learning about new members. So it does just vary day to day, which is a lot of fun. While I was at the J School and while I was at KU in general, there was the emphasis on the relationship building and professionalism, managing deadlines. Whether you're a student or you're at the student newspaper, whatever you're doing, of course, you're always managing deadlines, and that transfers to any role you're in. When you're reporting, you're doing a lot of research about the people you're interviewing, about the subject you're writing on. Now I do a lot of research on fundraising best practices, or about the patrons and members that I'm meeting with. What did they do? How are they interested in Kansas City arts? Are they interested more in the arts, or do they just love Kansas City? When you're a reporter, you're building rapport with the people you're speaking with. And it's kind of the same thing that I do now. I'm building rapport with my members. I never planned to go into fundraising. It was never on my radar as a student. I sort of fell into it because of the relationships I had built in other positions while at the Kauffman Center. But it's worked out really well, and I couldn't be happier. So it's kind of learning to go with the flow, and it's not what you expect. Career path is definitely not linear. There's a lot of overlap between reporting and marketing and fundraising in a very weird way. It's all about relationships, building rapport, and then, like I said, research. So those skills are all super transferable, and I love what I do, and it's mission-driven work because it is a nonprofit, and I think realizing that was important to me has brought me to where I am. Be the person that your boss goes to when they need something, or that your peers go to when they need something, because people remember, like, oh yeah, she would do anything. She was always a team player. And I think on the other side of that, people also remember, you always said no, or she wasn't ever willing to go the extra mile. Take care of yourself and don't become burnt out because you're doing that, but always try to say yes when you can. And then kind of in the same line, there will be really hard days no matter what job you go into, and there will be really wonderful days, and the really great days or the good days should outnumber the bad ones. And if you are miserable in your job, you shouldn't be, and you should leave. So find something that makes you happy and gives you purpose. It's always going to be a job, and it's always going to be work, but you should generally be happy, and if you're not, find something else. Maintaining and building relationships with the people you work with, whether you work with them for a long time or a short time, they're important. And depending on the city you go to, this might be different, but particularly Kansas City and even really Chicago, like, they are small, big cities. Know each other and people talk, and so it's important to, if you leave a job, leave it in a good place, and I think just be mindful of how you treat people, regardless of if you think you're going to work with them again or not, is really, really important.